and a very warm welcome. You are watching JanataTelevision and this is the English Bulletin with me, Anustha Acharya. The top stories first. Election Commission says vote count in final phase. Nepali Congress maintains its lead in political polls. Protest against sexual harassment takes center stage against police arrest alleged rapist after social media outrage. Government preparing to announce a budget of ₹1.74 trillion. The new budget is likely to be more than current budget by 7%. Russia takes full control of Mariupol. Ukraine ready to exchange its soldiers for Russian prisoners of war. And Nepal defeats Uganda in the final match. The 5-match series ended in a 3-2 loss for the host. And now the news in detail. The Election Commission has said that the vote count of the recently held local election is in the final phase. So far, Nepali Congress has emerged victorious in most of the contested areas, securing an overwhelming 310 seats. UML is distant second with 190 wins, followed by CPN Maoist Centre securing victory in 119 local units. CPN Unified Socialist has just secured 17 seats in the local units, while JSP has won 26 seats. Meanwhile, Nagesh Koirala of Nepali Congress has been elected as the mayor of Biratnagar Metropolitan City, while Silpa Karki of CPN UML has been elected as deputy mayor. Among other 5 metropolitan cities, independent candidate Palen Shaha has been leading the vote count in Kathmandu metropolis since the beginning. As per the latest update, Shaha has secured 38,333 votes against 21,299 votes of his nearest rivals, Rizana Singh of Nepali Congress. Another mayoral candidate, Kesav Stapit of CPN UML, is third in the race with 21,008 votes. In other remaining 4 metropolitan cities, coalition partners have been leading the vote count. Nepali Congress is leading in Lalitpur, while Maoist is ahead in Bharatpur. Likewise, JSP is leading in Birganj and CPN Unified is ahead in Pokhara. 4 persons were killed and other 4 injured when a jeep skid off the road and hit a breeze at Kulekhani Simkhola of Indra Sarobar Rural Municipality 2 in Makwanpur district yesterday evening. According to the district police office Makwanpur, the identities of the deceased are yet to be established. 3 of the deceased died on the way to Hetauda Hospital, while 1 died while undergoing treatment as the hospital said the police. Among the injured, 3, including the vehicle driver, are being treated at the hospital and 1 critically injured has been referred to Kathmandu. The ill-fated jeep with registration number NA4 CHA2315 carrying 8 persons, including the driver, was heading to Kathmandu from Birganj when the accident occurred. Sexual harassment and violence against women has not been stopped, although the Constitution and the law have clear provision for the social justice. In a recent incident, a young woman came to the light social media in an incident of sexual abuse that she had experienced 8 years ago, which has shocked the country, a report. People have staged a protest in Kathmandu demanding immediate action against the rapist Manoj Pandey after the incident became public. Demonstrations were held in Kathmandu on Saturday demanding justice for the girl. The youths who gathered at Maitighar Mandala in Kathmandu staged a protest demanding immediate justice for the victim, chanting slogan that said, "You are rapist." Everyone has been appealed to help in bringing justice to the rape victim. The protester also warned the government not to delay in giving justice to the rape victims by displaying placards saying punish the rapist, prosecute the culprit, set up a separate court for immediate decision on rape and sexual incidents, and revoke the time limit for the rape cases. Some people say that beauty contests are a form of violence in itself, even if a woman has never experienced any kind of physical, mental or verbal violence. The victim, who has repeatedly posted videos through social media, has dared to speak after 8 years. There were also demonstrations in front of the Prime Minister's residence Palwatar on Friday for the support of the victim. According to the law, a complaint can be lodged only within a year after the rape. Hundreds of youth who were present at the protest have demanded the removal of the time limit in the law on rape and sexual violence, as some of the victims have been speaking out after a long time of their misfortune. Meanwhile, the Home Ministry has said that it was committed to find out the truth about the rape of the teenager. In a statement issued on Saturday, the ministry said the government was committed to investigating such incidents and finding out the truth and take action against the culprit. It has been learned that the accused has already been arrested by the police in connection to the case. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned. Welcome back. After the break, we continue with other national news. The government yesterday confirmed 11 new cases of COVID-19 across the country. According to the Ministry of Health and Population, the number of active cases of COVID-19 has dropped to 150 after 9 people recovered from the disease. So far, a total of 979,062 people have tested positive for the virus in Nepal, while 966,962 people have already recovered. No new death from the virus was reported yesterday. The death toll from the virus remains constant at 11,951. Nepal is currently among top 65 countries affected by coronavirus. USA tops the list with 84.98 million cases, followed by India with 43.13 confirmed cases. The virus has infected more than 526.99 million people worldwide and has claimed over 6.29 million lives. Former Foreign Minister Ramesh Nath Pandey has stressed on the need to make proper arrangements for air travel for the promotion of tourism between Nepal and Pakistan. Speaking at an interaction organized in Kathmandu on tourism promotion between the two countries, he said that the government should make necessary plans for the promotion of the tourism between the two countries and focus on its implementation. Former Foreign Minister Pandey also said that initiatives should be taken to hold high-level visits between the two countries from time to time.
I hope new Foreign Minister Pakistan will take initiative to resume your link and revive the legacy of his illustrious grandfather. Direct air link will inaugurate tourism. It will inaugurate Nepal-Pakistan's close relations, bringing people closer, increasing their understanding about each other, will strengthen goodwill and cooperation between the two countries.
Speaking on the occasion, Pakistan's ambassador to Nepal, Syed Hader Saha, said that emphasis should be laid on nature conservation for the promotion of tourism between the two countries. He said that the people of Pakistan wanted to observe the natural and cultural heritage of Nepal and expressed confidence that the government of Nepal would pay more attention to it.
The natural environment, especially in the countryside, in the mountains, making an effort to see how we attract the tourists to a place which does not look like an urban center. So the idea is not to convert the natural beauty into something very kind of commodified version of what you have in the cities. No, you have to package it and present it as it is in its pristine beauty. So how to preserve that?
Stating that Pakistan's relations with Nepal have remained good, Ambassador Saha expressed confidence that it would further strengthen in coming days. And now the news from economic front. The government is preparing to announce a budget of Rs 1,745 billion for the upcoming fiscal year 2022 and 23. According to the sources at the Finance Ministry, the government is planning to collect rupees 1,359 billion through revenue and acquire foreign loans of rupees 263 billion to meet the budget requirement. The government intends to receive rupees 51 billion as grant in the upcoming fiscal year. As per the government estimate, remittance inflow in the upcoming fiscal year will be around rupees 1 trillion. The government is preparing budget as per the projection made by the National Planning Commission for the next 3 years. The government intends to collect internal loans of rupees 2057 billion during the period. The upcoming budget will be more than the current fiscal year's budget by 7%. The government had announced a budget of rupees 1,632 billion for the current fiscal year. The new budget is estimated to be more than the current budget by rupees 113 billion. Time for a short break here at Janata Bulletin. Stay tuned for international news. Welcome back. Now the international news. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky has said that his country is ready to exchange its troops who surrendered the Azovstal steel plant in Mariupol for Russian prisoners. In an interview with a Ukrainian television channel, Zelensky said that the most important thing for him was to save the maximum number of people and soldiers. We will bring them home, he said. Russia claims to have taken full control of the besieged city of Mariupol after the last group of Ukrainian soldiers surrendered, as reported by Al Jazeera. Rescuers have found the bodies of 9 more workers in a collapsed tunnel in Indian-administered Kashmir, taking the death toll to 10. The tunnel forms part of a mountainous highway system that was under construction in the Himalayan region when it collapsed on Thursday night. The body of one worker was recovered Friday. Amir Ali, an official at the government's disaster management department, said on Saturday that the bodies of all missing workers have been recovered. Emergency crews had used heavy machinery to clear the wreckage at the site of the collapse in southern Ramban district, where the under-construction tunnel forms part of a vast network of bridges and tunnels on the strategic highway that connects two key cities of Srinagar and Jammu in disputed region. Officials said the section that collapsed was an approach tunnel used for ventilation and moving supplies and equipment for the main under-construction tunnel, as reported by Al Jazeera. You are watching Janata Bulletin, and now the latest from the world of sports. Nepal women ended the series on a high note by defeating Uganda women in the final T20I of 5-match series after Uganda had taken a 3-0 lead in the series, thereby clinching the trophy. Nepal bounced back stronger to put up a tough fight to win the final 2 games and finish the last game with a 33-run victory. Uganda won the toss and put Nepal to bat first. After Jyoti Pandey struggled to score a single run in the first over, Sita Rana Magar took the charge in the next over to hit a couple of boundaries and kick-start the game. A handful of mistakes by the Uganda bowler Patricia Malemikia cost their side, big as Nepal opener scored 16 runs of the third over. The duo went strong till the 8th over before Fiona Kulume clapped Magar for a 24-ball 17. Indu Burma joined Pandey on the crease but did not get much chance to bat as the latter took charge of the game. Burma's dismissal brought in Kavita Joshi, who added some quick runs on board to mark her arrival. The final 3 overs of the first inning ended on a thrilling note as Uganda scarped 4 wickets towards the end and Pandey fell short, just 1.5 get their half-century. Manchester City's Kevin De Bruyne has been voted the 2021-22 Premier League Player of the Season, while teammate Phil Foden was named Best Young Player. Belgium midfielder De Bruyne has scored 15 goals and registered 7 assists, with City top of the league before the final day of the campaign on Sunday. 421 is the first player to win the prize in successive season. De Bruyne 30 was chosen after the votes from the public on the Premier League website were combined with those on the 20 Premier League club captains and the panel of football experts. His City teammate Joao Cancelo, Liverpool pair Mohamed Salah and Trent Alexander-Arnold, West Ham's Jarrod Bowen, Arsenal's Bukayo Saka, Tottenham forward Son Heung-min and Southampton midfielder James Ward-Prowse were also nominated. De Bruyne also claimed the honour of 2019-20 and joins Thierry Henry, Cristiano Ronaldo and Nemanja Vidic in winning it more than once. We are at the end of Janata Bulletin and the headlines once again. Election Commission says vote count in final phase. Nepali Congress maintains its lead in local polls. Protest against sexual harassment. Tech center stays against police arrest alleged rapist after social media outrage. Government preparing to announce a budget of rupees 1.74 trillion. The new budget is likely to be more than the current budget. Russia takes full control of Mariupol. Ukraine ready to exchange its soldiers for Russian war. And Nepal defeats Uganda in the final match. The 5-match series ended in a 3-2 loss for the host. And that's all from the English News Desk for today. You can follow Janata Television and our programs on various social media platforms, including on our website janatasamajara.com. Keep watching Janata Television. Namaste.